Hello and welcome to all of you gathered here. I'm Sheena, I head marketing for Artha, and I shall be your host for this morning. On a day when Mercury continues to rise, I really appreciate and it's our privilege to host you here, and we thank you for your time. Today is a landmark day as we announce the birth of a development township project that is poised to change the realty landscape in Bangalore. Over the last couple of years, Artha Property has grown from strength to strength and today is a household name, especially in Bangalore and Chennai. We have in fact gained an enviable reputation of selling out most of our projects within the first 2 weeks of its launch. A reputation that challenges us to push the bar higher and higher. And this time we have done exactly that. I would now like to introduce and invite our esteemed guests and dignitaries. Please welcome Mr. Suresh Rangarajan, CEO Artha Property, and Ms. Ragini Dwivedi, the Southern cinema actress in The Reckoning, one who's creating ripples in Southern cinema here. Please take a seat. Let me begin by introducing the dignitary seated at the dais, Mr. Suresh Rangarajan. Suresh is the founder and CEO of Artha Property. As a professional entrepreneur, he has established India's leading branded real estate services company. Under his stalwart leadership, Artha Property has emerged as a formidable brand in the primary home and holiday homes. His business acumen has seen Artha Property being crowned with Power Brand in Real Estate Sector by the prestigious Brand Finance Institute, UK. Under his guidance, Artha Property also won the Most Innovative Marketing Concept of the Year at the National Real Estate Awards 2011. Suresh has over 18 years of rich banking and financial services professional experience. He was founding member of TANI, where he was responsible for launching India's first online money transfer service, Remit to India. Under his leadership, Remit to India was adjudged as world's #1 money transfer portal. Suresh is a strategic and innovative thinker with strong execution skills that can drive large, motivated teams. His unique leadership style even won him the CEO with HR Orientation and the Udyog Ratna Award. We also have with us a new actress in The Reckoning who seems to be creating ripples in Southern cinema, Ms. Ragini Dwivedi. She's a well-known and loved actress and model in the Kannada and Tamil film industries. She was the runner-up of 2009 Femina Miss South India. She was in the top 10 Beauties in Femina Miss India contest and also won the title for Miss Beautiful Hair at the pageant. She made her debut in the Kannada film Veera Madakari, and her latest release, Kepe Gowda, is a runaway success. Please join me as we now unveil our logo of the project. May I now request Ragini and Suresh to light the lamp, please. As we all can see, we are all gathered here for the project launch of a new township development called Grihasta.
Thank you, Sheena. Dear members of the press, friends, and Ragini, a very warm welcome to all of you. Good afternoon, and thank you for accepting our kind invitation to be here with us. I had a session with my team members last evening, and at the end of the session, a lot of us were joking because we were really emotional about this project. I think this is, for us, this means like winning the World Cup. We are so much attached to this project. We've been working very hard over the last 6 months, waiting for this day. I remember this was pre-Diwali of last year. So we've seen Diwali, Christmas, New Year, and many more festivals go by, and we've been waiting for this day, which happens to be Baisakhi, Tamil New Year's Day, and Vishu. So it's a very significant day for all of us. And more significant because we're launching a dream project of ours, Grihasta. As the name sounds, this is the most important aspect or a stage in a man's life. Brahmacharya, Grihasta, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. Grihasta is the part of a man's life which spans across from an age of 25 until about 55, when he has his homely responsibilities to fulfill, and most of us are in that age group, of course not Ragini. So we all have a dream to fulfill, and Roti, Kapda, Makan. The first one is of course the Makan. All of us aspire to offer an affordable, good living to our family, and that's what we end up striving our lives for. And no longer has home become one home in a lifetime. These days people are buying multiple homes, and please don't get me wrong here when I say they buy a second home. This is for investment that they buy a second home, not for any other purpose. So people are buying multiple homes, and this is something which we wanted to offer as both a place where a customer can go and have a nice living as well as for a great investment. And the place is Sarjapur Extension, barely about 11 kilometers away from Sarjapur bus stand. I think it's, as Bangalore is expanding rapidly, I think it just is covering every nook and corner. This becomes a great location. The future for Bangalore is just getting unveiled here. Quickly about Artha, in the last 3 years, in a very short span of time, I think we've set many records rolling. In the last 3 years, we've become really a household name. There are not many people who don't know about Artha, given that we've been advertising heavily to create our brand awareness. And not only that, we've built a reputation, as Sheena was mentioning, of delivering successes one after the other. The success comes from the fact that we've been able to sell out projects in a very quick time. And the reason for being able to do that is great concept that we start putting together. We normally don't market a piece of land, a barren piece of land. We try to put a concept around it. And that's what makes us different from any other marketer. For example, even in this project, it was a bare piece of land. We tried to put together a township concept around it. We've introduced the best of amenities. Today, clubhouse and a gymnasium and a swimming pool are passe. I mean, everybody has that. So we try to introduce the unique points here, including a multiplex and a mall. I'll just go through that. So it's that power of Artha which has actually helped us establish a very solid name in Bangalore especially. and we would continue to strive to keep up that good name that we want. Let me jump into Grihasta. I mean, I think it's a concept where we are putting together almost about 100 acres of land off the national highway, just about 11 kilometers from Sarjapura, a couple of kilometers from Bangalore, very easily accessible. It's a 100-acre development with a minimum of 1,500 residential homes there. We're talking about closer to 2,000 as we develop the concept. So the key point here is to develop an affordable living for the middle class community, not very far away, yet close to the IT hubs and the schools and the hospitals. I think we need to spend a couple of minutes going through this location map. I think it's key for the success of the project, and also key for your understanding and appreciation of the project. Clearly, the aspect that stands out when you buy a real estate is the most important aspect, or the three most important aspects are location, location, location. And I think this project addresses all the three of them. One, it's easily accessible from a main road. Second, it's bang on a national highway. And three, it's in the hub, the developing hub of the city. We have quickly mapped out the white road that goes is the satellite town ring road that is getting constructed. So we are just barely about 3 kilometers away from the satellite town ring road that's coming up, which will connect directly to the airport. There is also an access coming up behind Hebbal, behind Manyata Tech Park, directly leading to Grihasta. And of course, the location is just about 11 kilometers from Sarjapura, 3 kilometers from Bangalore, 10 kilometers from Hosur. I think locationally this has got a great advantage. And the most important point is that it's just about 8 kilometers from the new Infosys campus that is going to house 30,000 employees in 2015. The 170-acre Infosys campus is barely 8 kilometers away from where Grihasta is, and that's going to be the clincher for this project. Naming rights, we've named this place Sarjapur Extension. I think history will be rewritten and people will remember us for having named this place Sarjapur Extension. This is the most developing part of Bangalore, simply because it's very close to Electronic City. It's very easily accessible from the Wipro and Infosys campus, and it's got excellent road connectivity more than anything else. Whitefield ITPL is also just about 30 minutes drive from there. So it's really the IT hub which is actually close to this location from all over. Yes, it's a little far away from probably a Malleshwaram or the North Bangalore, but the new ring road that's coming up will help connect that piece as well. We went through a lot of iterations. I think this is to finally arrive at an elevation that is stunning. I think our architects have done a fabulous job in putting together this elevation, which is actually, when I reveal the price list, you will say that this is absolutely, stunning for that price list. We're not talking about this project running into crores. We're talking about a project that's going to be 19,95,000. For that price, to give a community this kind of an elevation has been a real stretch. So we're going to give, this is something which has been an aspirational thing. Buying a villa is an aspirational thing for a middle class person, and that's what we hope to, achieve by giving him a lovely elevation in a large community with 1,500 villas. The important aspect here is also that this project has been cleared by the leading banks, be it State Bank of India or HDFC or ICICI Bank, and also been approved by the Malur Planning Authority, which is a part of the BMRDA. So the project is completely approved, legally verified. I mean, we took a lot of time before we put together this. We can say it with a lot of confidence that this property and this project is is absolutely a safe and secure investment for a middle class person. Aspiration, has no bounds. So, we've tried to fit in as much as possible, and I think the killer here is, of course, the multiplex and the mall. We've got a development here for close to 30,000 square feet, which is going to be a mall, which will have a 2-screen multiplex. That will really be the clincher for this project. This will be right on the main road, accessible for the community. You can just stroll down. I think this is the first project that will be launched with a mall with it and a multiplex to boot. Of course, we didn't want to miss out on the swimming pools and the gymnasiums and the clubhouses and so on and so forth. But I think to get a township in place today, I think one of the critical success factors is to get your entertainment aspects right, and that's what we strove really hard, and we've been successful to get a mall and a multiplex in place here. Of course, all the other needs